Hello everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. And in previous videos we are knowing about the circulatory system. In animals they have a vast transport system to supply of essential nutrients and oxygen and also removal of excretory substance. In the same way, do plants have any system which corresponds to circulatory system in animals? In this video, we are going to know about how materials transport within the plant. In previous classes, we studied about one Hellman experiment on plants. Plants absorb water, salts from soil through the roots and they develop gradually. In plants, the water absorbed by roots supplied by xylem tissue, food prepared by leaves supplied by phloem tissue to the remaining part of the plant body. In the root, the xylem tissue is situated towards the exterior, while in the stem it is arranged in bundles towards the center of the xylem tissue. Now we know that roots penetrate into soil and roots have small thin hair-like structures on them. They are known as here root hairs. These root hairs grow out into the spaces between the soil particles, and these root hairs are surrounded by moisture. We can observe in the diagram. In plants, every living cell acts as an osmotic system. The cell wall acts as the semi-permeable membrane. The soil water is an extremely dilute solution of salts. Soil water concentration is more dilute than that of the cell sap in the root hair. Therefore, the water will pass into the vacuole of the root hair by osmosis process. After entry of water into the root hair vacuole, the cell sap becomes more dilute than its neighbor cell. So water passes into the neighbor cell, which turns becomes dilute. In this way, the water passes from one cell to another cell. At last, finally, water enters into the xylem vessels. In this process, vast number of root hairs and root cells are involved, and itself a pressure develops in xylem vessels. The pressure forces the water upwards. This pressure is known as here root pressure. Root pressure is not the main cause of movement of water in xylem tissue, but the other factors also there. Now, to know about root pressure, we are performing one activity. To perform this activity, we need a potted plant, glass tube and a strong rubber tube. Take a regularly watered potted plant and cut the stem portion 1 cm above the ground level. Now connect glass tube with strong rubber tube as shown in figure. Now pour some water in the glass tube until water level can be seen above the rubber tube. Mark the level of water in the glass tube as M1. Here we have to follow some precautions. The size of glass tube must be equal to the size of the stem. While joining glass tube and stem, being bound tightly so that water cannot escape from the tube. After following these precautions, keep the arrangement aside for 2 to 3 hours. Then observe the water level in glass tube. Mark it as M2. Is there any increase in the water level? And we found that there is a increase in water level of glass tube. The difference between M2 and M1 indicates the level of water raised in the stem. The water level raised because of the root pressure. So the water level increased in the tube because of root pressure. By this we can understand that the water level increased in the glass tube with the help of root pressure only. In this way, in plants, the water is transported through the xylem tissue. Key points: the water absorbed by roots and food prepared by leaves are supplied to the remaining parts of the plant by vascular bundles having xylem and phloem tissues. The soil water is an extremely dilute solution of salts. Soil water concentration is more dilute than that of the cell sap in the root hair. First, water enters into root hair vacuole, then water passes into the neighboring cell. At last, finally, water enters into the xylem vessels. In the xylem vessels develops a pressure to force the water upward, that is known as root pressure.